You are almost certainly overpaying for at least one brand in your camping setup right now. Not because you made a bad decision, because some of the biggest names in outdoor gear have become so good at selling you an identity, the actual performance question, does this thing justify that price, barely gets asked. And there are brands quietly building excellent gear at fair prices that most people walk right past on the way to the logo they recognize. This video covers both. 5 brands charging you more than they should. 5 brands earning every dollar. Let's get into it. Starting with the overpriced side. Number 5 is Helinox. And this one is uncomfortable to say because Helinox deserves real credit. In 2012, they invented the modern ultralight collapsible camp chair category. The DAC aluminum poles are legitimately premium. The comfort is real. But the Chair 1 runs $170 to $220. A Crazy Creek Hex 2.0 chair runs $65. Knockoff-style collapsible chairs available online for $20 to $40 have reportedly held up through multi-season wilderness trips. Outdoor Gear Lab's full 19-chair test named a completely different brand, the best overall for comfort and value. Even Gear Junkie's reviewer acknowledged a $65 Crazy Creek handles the job for most campers. If you are backpacking and counting every ounce, Helinox makes sense. If you are driving to the campsite, you are paying $150 extra for a chair that collapses smaller than you will ever actually need. That is the premium, not comfort, not durability, pack size. Number 4 is Snow Peak. Japanese heritage, founded in 1958, craftsmanship roots in the metalworking region of Niigata, titanium products that are genuinely excellent. The story is compelling, but the US strategy tells you something important. Snow Peak's Portland headquarters has a restaurant called Takibi, meaning bonfire, attached to it. They built a glamping campground with an onsen spa. Their senior brand manager told a journalist that for them, the campsite is the destination, not the platform for the activities. And while Snow Peak sells backcountry technical tents in Japan, that gear is not available in the US market at all. What they brought to American shelves is the lifestyle. A titanium camp cup costs $30 to $60. One cup. GSI Outdoors, sitting right next to Snow Peak at the same retailer, was rated the top overall camping cookware set in independent testing with a lifetime warranty at a fraction of the price. The gear that beats Snow Peak in performance tests doesn't have a restaurant. For ultralight obsessives, some Snow Peak titanium pieces make sense. For everyone else, you are paying for a campfire identity. Number 3 is RTIC, the hardest one on this list. The Beta jacket is rated by Outdoor Gear Lab as among the best rain shells they have tested. The Alpha SV has been the reference point for alpine outerwear since 1998. The engineering at the top of the line is real. But most people buying RTICs are not mountaineering. The Gorpcore trend has made it a streetwear status symbol, and that demand surge has decoupled pricing from performance for the average buyer. Trustpilot has over 14,000 RTIC reviews, and the pattern in the critical ones is consistent, pilling from normal use, delamination, warranty service offering a patch for a jacket that failed in 6 weeks. One customer used an RTIC jacket with a matching RTIC backpack and was told the resulting damage was normal wear and tear, for $250 to $950. If you are climbing serious alpine routes, the Alpha SV may be worth $900. If you are weekend camping, Gore-Tex alternatives in the $200 to $300 range handle the same conditions without the quality consistency gamble. Number 2 is The North Face, founded in 1966, one of the most recognizable names in outdoor history. The Summit series is still legitimate, but the catalog most people are actually buying from tells a different story. Field Mag described the North Face lineup as filled with hundreds of down-market lifestyle items. The brand is owned by VF Corporation, has run collaborations with Gucci, and market research shows 38% of Gen Z now prioritizes brand reputation over actual performance. Trustpilot reviews document peeling raincoats, unraveling seams, warranty service routed through AI chatbots, and unreachable email addresses. Summit Series and technical outerwear, worth investigating. The camping tents and lifestyle apparel most buyers are actually buying? You are paying a premium for a patch on the chest. Number 1 is Yeti, genuinely excellent cooler. That is not in question. They revolutionized the market in 2006, and their loyal user base is built on real experience. The quality is not fake, but the Yeti Tundra 45 retails at $325. A comparable RTIC cooler runs roughly half that. RTIC's slogan is literally overbuilt, not overpriced. Outdoor Life's field test found Yeti retained ice for 35 hours versus RTIC's 27 hours. A real gap that reviewers concluded was probably not enough to justify the extra cost. Bob Vila's independent testing found RTIC performed at essentially the same level. A 20-ounce Yeti tumbler is $30. The RTIC equivalent is $15. Yeti's backpack soft cooler is $325. RTIC's is $160. For multi-week hunts and serious fishing boats, maybe Yeti makes sense. For the average car camper keeping drinks cold over a weekend, you are paying for the name. Now, here is where this video changes. The 5 brands worth every penny do not have restaurants at headquarters. No fashion drops, no streetwear roundups. They make gear. Independent testers put it through real evaluations, and it holds up. Number 5, REI Co-op. The in-house brand most shoppers walk past on the way to the $500 North Face tent on the same rack. Gear Junkie's 2026 camping tent guide named the Base Camp 6 their top overall pick. The Inertia named the Half Dome 3 runner-up best backpacking tent, backed by a 1-year satisfaction guarantee and 10% back for members. Best kept secret at the most popular outdoor retailer in America. Number 4, Alps Mountaineering, family-owned, no influencer budget. Outdoor Gear Lab tested 19 chairs and named the King Kong the best overall, beating Helinox, Yeti, and Kajaro. The product wins in testing because it is genuinely good. That is the only marketing the brand does. Number 3, Big Agnes, Colorado-based, regularly beating louder brands in independent testing. The Rapide SL sleeping pad, 4.25 inches thick, packs smaller than a water bottle, 18 ounces, R value of 4.2 for 3-season use, was rated remarkably comfortable by Outdoor Gear Lab. The Tiger Wall 2 Platinum tent uses fabric that is 6% lighter, 50% stronger, and 25% more waterproof than traditional materials. Real engineering, no lifestyle tax. Number 2, GSI Outdoors. Snow Peak charges $60 for 1 cup. GSI charges roughly that for an entire camp kitchen set and wins more independent performance tests. Outdoor Gear Lab named both the Pinnacle Duelist HS and Pinnacle Camper top picks in their categories. The Selkirk 540 Plus stove held up in Wyoming winter conditions, feeding groups of 35. Lifetime warranty. Average product price around $61. There is no reasonable argument for paying Snow Peak prices when this exists. Number 1 is Kelty, Colorado-based. No Gorpcore angle. No Gucci collaboration. Just consistently good gear at prices that make the decision easy. The Wireless 6 tent. Dual vestibules. Full coverage rainfly. 76-inch ceiling. $280, was rated surprisingly high quality despite being one of the least expensive tents in Clever Hiker's full comparison. Outdoor Gear Lab said they rarely find a quality 6-person tent at that price. The Cosmic 20 sleeping bag was named the overall winner for camping sleeping bags by Treeline Review. Heavier than ultralight alternatives, but that weight is structural. It extends the life of the product instead of cutting corners. Here's what every overpriced brand in this video has in common. They are selling you an identity as much as they are selling you gear. That is not always wrong. But if you are buying the identity instead of the product, you can end up with a $325 cooler that only beats the $160 alternative by 8 degrees, and a $900 jacket that may not survive a few seasons without pilling. The brands worth every penny share one thing: they let the gear do the talking. Before you buy any outdoor product, ask one honest question. Am I paying for performance, or am I paying to be associated with a name? If you cannot answer that clearly, you are probably overpaying. Drop the brand you think should have been on this list in the comments, because there are plenty more where these came from.